Good morning and welcome to the brief. Let's take a look at your trending stories for this morning. US resolution on Sri Lanka adopted at UNHRC. Prime Minister says Sri Lanka is closer to regaining GSP+. Subject Minister proposes plan to stabilize price of tea. The resolution sponsored by the United States on Sri Lanka, titled Promoting Reconciliation, Accountability and Human Rights in Sri Lanka, was adopted through consensus in Geneva without a vote.
This resolution seeks to support Sri Lanka's path to a lasting peace, built on a foundation of justice and accountability. We urge all the member states to join the co-sponsors. We have witnessed important changes in Sri Lanka since January, which have made today's consultative, constructive resolution possible. The goal of this resolution and of our efforts here in Geneva is to help Sri Lanka undertake a difficult but essential journey.
My delegation sees this resolution as a measure of encouraging and inspiring the government of Sri Lanka and the people of Sri Lanka to travel the path it has already begun on the 8th of January, to uphold human rights, establish rule of law, end impunity, strengthen democracy and good governance. Mr. President, Sri Lanka is pleased to join as a co-sponsor of this resolution as a further manifestation of Sri Lanka's commitment to implement the provisions of the resolution in a manner that is objective, are shared by the people and all stakeholders in the country for their benefit.
Following the submissions made by several other co-sponsors, the resolution was adopted.
With this, I take it then that decision has been adopted.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickrem says that as a result of the positive response received with regard to Sri Lanka at the UNHRC in Geneva, the country should be in a position to obtain the GSP+ concession.
We did not surrender to anyone in Geneva. There was no need to do so. We only had to surrender to the people of this country. The sovereignty lies in the people. Cases cannot be looked into without the existence of democracy. If there's democracy, there will be no point in looking into cases. What we need to do first is to create national unity and reconciliation. We need to bring about reconciliation in order to understand the truth. Our mechanism is not just to go to a court. We need to look into what happened to the persons who were reported missing. An office will be opened soon. That office will inquire into the disappearances that took place, which will not be limited to 2009 and thereafter and even today. What happens when one is reported missing? First, you need to look into what happened. Is there a case? And if so, conduct an inquiry. There will be a separate office of legal counsel for that. That office will direct the matter to the Commission, and the Commission is vested with the task of ascertaining the truth. We have something new, that is the Compassionate Board, consisting of religious leaders. They will decide what matters to take up. That has a local mechanism under the Constitution. Once this is resolved, we will be able to obtain the GSP+ concession. We can have FTA with China and also reach understanding with India on economy and technology.
The Ministry of Plantation Industries has decided to formulate a program to purchase tea from Sri Lankan Tea Board through auctions. Minister of Plantation Industries Navin Dissanayake said that this program will be implemented to stabilize the price of tea, which had seen a significant decline in the recent past.
Prices of export quality tea had declined over the past 12 months as a result of low demand of Sri Lankan tea internationally. As a solution to this, the government previously introduced a certified price for the tea supplied by tea smallholders.
The ministry has forwarded a proposal to the Economic Development Committee headed by the Prime Minister. Around 1,000 million rupees is spent per month to provide a certified price for tea by small tea holders. We need to reduce this cost. My personal opinion is that we need to amend the certified price and save at least 300 million rupees and obtain the tea shoots through auction by raising the prices.
The minister also commented on the wages of tea pluckers.
At present, the wages is 550 rupees per day. They are requesting for 1,000 rupees. That is an increase of 450 rupees. Based on the current economic situation, the companies are not in a position to make that wage hike.
The 17-year-old boy and another individual who were arrested and remanded over the murder of Sodomie were released by court yesterday. Court ordered for their release as the DNA samples did not match the evidence found at the crime scene.
When the case was so taken up, it was revealed that the DNA samples from the suspects, that is, the 17-year-old boy and the 33-year-old father of one who were arrested over the crime, did not match to the DNA obtained from the crime scene. After considering this, Minuwangoda Magistrate Ruan Patarana ordered for their release.
These persons were not arrested in accordance with the law. Their fundamental rights have been violated. Taking into consideration the serious nature of this, the Inspector General of Police handed over the investigation to the CID. When the CID was conducting investigations and submitting reports to court, the Kottadeniyava police too had been submitting reports to court. This created an issue in court as to who was conducting the investigations. It was made clear today that the Kottadeniyava police had acted in a manner misleading courts and obtained orders. That was made clear by the report submitted by the Criminal Investigations Department today.
The chief suspect in the murder of Seya Sodomie, Dunesh Priyashantha, also known as Kondeya, was arrested on the 23rd of September and is currently in remand custody.
Well, that's a wrap up the brief for today. For the News1st team, I'm Joel Outskun, reminding you to stay brave.